Hey S.H.E family, this is your host Trish, and welcome again to this episode of Pieces of S.H.E. This happens to be the finale of season 2. I'm looking forward to season 3. I need a little bit of break. I'll be back, and that's going to be our senior season. We're going to talk to our senior citizens in the community, 65 and up. I think they have a lot to say, a lot to teach us, so I'm excited about that. But today, this show's going to be a little different. Everybody's like, you should do an interview. You should do an interview. So I decided to do an interview with my best friend. Her name is Tiffany. And I said, well, okay, I could do that, but it has to be somebody that kind of knows us a little bit, because then you kind of know what to ask. So I have Cousin Mo here, and Cousin Mo is actually going to do this interview. So we're going to switch seats. She's got questions ready. I'm a little nervous because I've never been on this side of the interview. So I don't know what she's going to ask. So it's as real as it gets. So whatever it is, I said what I said. We will get started. I didn't do our famous 5, so we will do our famous 5. And so I know them, but I didn't have you write them down.
Okay.
But we'll do them. So we're going to switch seats right now, and here we go. All right, so famous 5 questions is, where are we from? I'm from Las Vegas. Okay. What generation am I in? I'm in Gen X generation. And what household? I grew up always in a single family household, whether it was with my dad or with my mom, single family. And I am the oldest of siblings. I have 4 sisters and a brother. And what's the last question? Oh,
what is it?
My sign. I am a Scorpitarius. It is a thing. Google it.
What is a
I'm
Scorpitarius?
I'm on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. And so I have traits of both. So there you have it. And your famous 5?
I'm a native. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Generation I'm from? Is that what's next? I'm Gen X. The household I grew up in, my mom and stepfather. And I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. And my sign is Aquarius.
I gotta do it.
Well, you don't have to, okay. But you can.
Okay. I'm like, no.
You know what? Hey. This is a finale, so anything goes.
Anything goes? Okay. So we're talking about best friends,
okay.
Right? Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my first question is, how long have you guys been best friends, and how did you guys meet?
Okay, well, who go first?
We've been best friends since the age of 5, and we both lived in Madison Terrace, off of Monroe Street, and we were both going to Head Start. And
do you remember the first day?
Oh, Lord. What do you remember about Head Start, Tiffany?
Uncle June.
Uncle June?
It's Trish uncle. Uncle June cleared the place out. There was a program, there's like an assembly or something going on, and he showed out, and he turned up.
I don't necessarily
You
recall.
remember that?
That's she tells me about it all the time, and I'm like, well,
I don't remember that.
Maybe it was just normal for me. I don't know.
So how do you remember it?
That is what I remember. I remember that we met at a very young age, 5 years old, of course. I mean, because we went to kindergarten together. And I remember where we lived. Like I lived on the end, and then she lived. You didn't live on that end. I forget how far down, but
I lived on the front side of Monroe. So, well, I want to say I was going to recite my address, but I don't know if I remember. I was going to say 1030, but I don't think that's
I want to say mine was 906,
well,
which is
you know
crazy
what?
because I
Yeah,
remember numbers.
Right.
It probably was.
Yeah, so-
You know how, like,
Crazy.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is those projects
Yes.
are not there anymore. There's a
over
whole
there?
new.
There's a whole new development.
yeah.
It's like 4 stories.
I know what
Something
you're talking
like
about.
that,
Yeah.
So,
So,
Oh,
but that's where we
cool.
met.
See,
and-
it's the same. Like the story, like y'all know, remember, like,
yeah.
Okay. So, what's your all-time favorite memory that you guys shared together? Y'all got a lot. I know y'all got a lot. But, like, what's that one that's like... Is it too much?
I'm gonna oh no,
Okay.
I would never. I'm gonna recite one that I could talk about. We had a talent show.
Where?
We went to Roy Martin Junior High School.
Oh, my God.
Had a talent show. JJ Fad.
What y'all have on?
Supersonic. Yeah, we had bright colors because the fluorescent was out back then, and we sang Supersonic.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
I have a vague memory of that. I don't really
Really?
I remember the talent show, but I don't know. There's bits and pieces that I.
No, you have
It
to.
was
You
me,
knew
you, Summer,
Supersonic.
Tanisha.
Oh my God! You know. Yeah.
That's not.
Just parts of it I remember. Just parts of it I remember.
That's funny.
We get teased about that.
I know.
Really?
To this day, we get teased about that talent
What
show.
grade were you guys in?
Seventh grade?
7?
7th grade.
7.
Okay, so what's your memory?
Oh my. High school, just I don't know if there was anything specific because there was a lot of things that we did.
Tell them what y'all click. What was the click name?
Kicking and non-do style.
Posse all day.
I remember that.
But
Yep.
I think like going to the football games, just as I mean, there are so many. It's really hard for me to pinpoint. There are some that we can't talk about, but
Yeah.
there are. I mean, there's a lot of them. So I don't have one specific because they all kind of are special to me. So
We have a lot.
I know.
I even remember, and this is so bad. I know it's horrible, but we I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
okay.
But it had something to do with the department store, and it was just I remember it still.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. So going to Miller's Outpost.
You worked there though.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't the one that I worked at. It was the one off of Charleston and Nellis.
No, that was
Mervyn.
Mervyn.
Oh, that was Mervyn.
That was
Okay.
Mervyn.
So we was in Mervyn's. We
That was
went,
when Bugle Boy jeans was
Yes.
Oh, I remember that.
And
we
they
had
had-
one and
Y'all wanted some?
and they were on the front rack in the right when you walk in. They were right on the front rack.
Who was driving?
Who was the getaway driver?
Cindy. Yep. Cindy.
I knew somebody. I'm like, who
And,
who participated in this?
Let me
Everybody.
just say, we all ended up with the same pair of pants with the suspenders, and we wore them to school the next day.
Who does that?
Y'all did.
We did. We all had them.
Yes.
That's funny.
But that was funny.
Okay. So, what qualities do you love about each other?
I love that Trish is outspoken. She speaks her mind. She comes off as this really tough person, but she's very sensitive, very, very sensitive.
You sensitive?
I am. I am.
She's genuine. I love the fact that she's genuine and her honesty.
Okay, Tiff, this is what I love about her. She will make you see the other side. She's not going to always take your side, period. But I mean, if she agrees, she agrees. But if she doesn't, she's not even going to get upset or anything. She'll just say, So have you thought about?
And then that's when you know, like, here she goes.
I don't agree now. I gotta be
now
nice.
I gotta be nice.
So she'll let you. She's very diplomatic. So you know, you got to look at the other side. Like, have you thought about this? And that was really when I figured out that everybody doesn't think the same. You know, like she's helped me to realize that. That definitely. I mean, and I love that she is my friend. Like, she's my real true friend. She doesn't judge you for what you've done or said or the way you think. She'll just say, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's if that's what you think, then or feel, if that's how you feel." And I love that about her, because you don't feel like you can't talk about something. Like, I literally can talk about anything with her. Like, we actually had a conversation recently about immigration that we feel differently about, and she, of course, what have you thought about it? So I actually went away from that conversation feeling a little bit different, but still, you know, that's a tough subject to even discuss. So let's see what else. And I just like the fact that she's the life of the party. Like, she is. She's like fun.
She's fun.
She's fun and adventure. She'll do it. Sometimes
she'll
she may not want to do it.
You can double dare, and she's like, "I'm down."
But she'll do it.
That's good.
Like,
I don't know if I'll do it now. I'm older now, but maybe I guess. Yeah, I will.
If I call her,
let's go.
We don't do it.
Well, do you think that's why y'all vibe? Because y'all kind of like, not necessarily just different, but it's different, but you know, like in a good way.
Yeah, I think also, I think some people may think that just because we're friends, that we agree and we think the same.
Yeah.
But we don't. And there's no, I'm not pointing my fingers at her, or she's not pointing and if she's wrong, I'll give you an example. If there's something that she dislikes, I'm not going to dislike it because she does.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an opinion. And so I'm big on basically treat people how they want to be treated. But you gotta love people where they at, you know.
So when you guys do have like a
people where they at,
yeah, that part too.
Just saying.
So if there's not not necessarily a conflict, but you don't agree, it's never an argument. It's just more like, okay, we agree to disagree. Like, we don't agree upon that. I don't feel that way. You know.
We don't even. That's not even said.
Yeah.
It's just
it
is what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever had an argument.
One time.
When I got married?
Yes. I don't know if it was an argument, but it was something.
It wasn't an argument.
Okay, what was it then?
She was disappointed
Okay.
in me because I got married at a very early age, 18 years old. And she was disappointed that I just kind of, you know, I'm not going to say cut my life short, but
I know what you're saying. You didn't,
you know, I didn't live it out fully before I decided to settle down and get married and things like that. But I don't think it was she wrote me a letter. It was 4 pages.
Are you serious?
I still have the letter.
No, you don't.
I do.
Do you?
And she gets so mad. She's like, "Why do you keep stuff
I'm
like that?
Why do you have that?"
Well,
I mean, that's a part of
I
your
keep
friendship.
things that mean things. I have letters that you wrote to me when I moved to California. I still have those in like the 90s. So why I don't know. I don't know.
So I don't know. Well, yeah, I needed to let you know how I felt. And I think you even you screenshotted me the letter and
I did.
And was like
recently.
What you say?
I don't remember. I mean, kind of I do, but she was like, for you to think that way at 18, because I think what sparked it was maybe a couple of days prior, her and Derek was tripping or something, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm married." I was like, "What?"
So when did she, like, where were y'all at when she told you, "I am married"?
Was it over the phone? It was over the phone.
It was.
And I think I got quiet.
She always gets sick when stuff go down. She probably got sick.
So what happened?
So got married at like 3:00 in the morning.
Okay.
So I couldn't call her then. I mean, I guess I could have.
Yeah.
But, so it was an elope.
It wasn't like cell phones was out and you could be like, girl.
No.
It was like a house, so you couldn't call her house at 3:00.
Right. I'd have got cussed out.
Yeah, so that wouldn't have been. That's funny.
So, yeah. It was over the phone, and she did get really quiet. And I think you said, I got to call you back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. And then the next time I heard from her, she said, it's a letter under the mat at the front door.
So how long was that letter between the call and the letter?
I don't remember. Probably the next day. I don't remember.
This kind of ties into my next question.
Okay.
So can you guys sense when something's wrong without the other person saying something is wrong? Like if she got something, if she worried about something, can you kind of...
yeah.
I
can sense when she ready to get off the phone.
I'd
be like, girl, bye. Call me back. I'm like, you busy. Call me later. So, yeah. It's crazy because I literally can look at her. Like, I can look at her right now. And we'll just start laughing because she know what I'm thinking. And
Yeah.
So, it's a look.
It's a look.
But I think it's also
have.
because we've just been around each other for so long. Like, this weekend when we were traveling, we were driving to Arizona, and we was asking Bray about her friend, and I think I asked her what she did for a living, and Bray was going around instead of her just saying she was in the medical field, she was saying all this other stuff, and so I didn't realize I did this, but I said, what did I say? I said,
I don't know, but she had checked out. I knew when she checked out of the conversation. And I said, Bray, she doesn't care. She moved on.
She moved on like 10 minutes
just asking to be nice, but she really doesn't care. So you can just forget it.
And I tend to do that a lot. And I don't know. I guess that's a habit that I have. But yeah, if me and Trish she can be across the room. And I could look at her, and she'd know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know what? It used to make people uncomfortable because people used to think that we were talking about them.
Yeah.
But
I get it. I get it.
Sometimes we were.
Yeah, we were. I'm like, we were. Yeah, we were talking about people sometimes, and so sometimes we would look, or we could be in the store, and we'll see something. I'd be like. And Trish is like, Tiff? Or I'll say the same, or vice versa, whatever. But yeah, I don't know, it's that us just being around each other for so long.
Oh, that's cool.
I just thank God that God knew that I needed a best friend like this in my life to just navigate through, because she literally has been with me like since I could think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I've known you since I can't remember not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I don't remember ever not knowing Trish. So you've been around a long time. Yeah, we family. We family. That's funny. So my next question is, did I ask this? What trait do you most admire in each other, and why? Do you know yours?
What trait?
I wish that if something is on Trish's mind, she'd get it over with and that's it. I don't do that. I wish I could do that. Trish not holding on to nothing. She's saying it and moving on, and she's always been that way as long as I could.
That's why I don't have gray hair.
Yeah, no, really, seriously, she can't hold it. She's like, I'm not doing that. And so she's done that. I remember we were in high school at basketball practice, and our coach would say to do something, and she is the only one that's like, I need you to explain a little bit more. And I'm like, what? And then we were scared of our basketball coach, but not her. She would, that was her thing.
So like her bravery.
I'm not trying to be difficult when I question things. I just need to know.
Yeah.
Because if you get my buy-in on it, then I'll do it. I'll do it wholeheartedly. But if I don't understand it, it's hard for me to do something that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do. I wish I could if something, anybody, it's her mom, her dad, anybody, if it's something that's bothering her, she's not going to hold it in. I tend to hold things in and then kind of process or work my way through it. She's not doing that.
But that is what I admire about you. So there's the trait that I admire her. Because you will take the time to process it. And you will take the time to look at both sides and say, okay, I wonder why this person said that or whatever. And I'm actually working on that, getting better with that. As I get older, I realize that emotional intelligence is very important. And you can't all the time just say, oh no, I don't like that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't doing that shit. No.
I got that.
But then you could still not do that shit.
Yeah.
But say it in a different way.
Like, okay, maybe later.
Or maybe not. You know, that doesn't quite fit in my schedule.
Look,
that's just a better way.
It is hard, though.
So I like that trait about you, that you take the time to process it and to figure it out and to say things nicely.
So how has your friendship lasted this long without having your, like, since you guys have your own families now, like, and you know, when you mature and get older, sometimes people separate after high school. A lot of people, they lose out on their friends. We were friends, but no longer. And people, like, how do you think you guys have managed to make that work?
That's a good question.
I can say only God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we want to be in each other's lives. So if you want to be in somebody's life, you're gonna make it happen. You know?
Yeah.
Hell, I've been married for 26 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that takes work too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I want to be her friend. I like her.
I think
I like who she is.
I think also because we did take different paths. You know, she got married at 18 and had her family. I mean, she did go to college and I was in college and I kind of partied or whatever. But we always maintained contact. Like, if days could go by, and this is the other thing, days could go by without me talking to Trish. Not now, but back then, and there was no hard feelings. Like, she wasn't like, well, how come you haven't called me or anything? We would just pick up where we left off at. So I think that was important. Us respecting each other's space, and you know, whatever she was going through, whatever I was going through. Again, I think me and her not being judgmental of each other. But now, like, I truly, truly admire my relationship with her because I'm 45 and, like, man, when I turned 40, things just changed. I don't know, something just changed, life changed, and you're like, man. So to say that I've gone through this journey with her, that, you know, that makes me really happy. So I don't know, really, God has kind of kept us in contact or kept us together.
I don't know what I would do without her. Seriously.
No.
Because like you said, people do have friendships that fall apart. Hell, even with your family. So sad.
So sad.
But it happens. And it is a gift. It's a gift that God gave me.
Because they become like it's like your sister.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely my sister.
Yeah.
So I got 5 sisters.
You got 5. Totally understand. So this is my last question that I have for you ladies. Do you have any advice for other best friends out there to make it work? How many years y'all in the game?
40.
I feel old. I feel old. You know, this is a good question because I have other friendships, you know, and there is a difference between those other friendships that I have and ours. So I think the best advice would just be that is her. That's your friend. Accept your friend for the person that she is. And if there are things that you don't like or that bother you or whatever, I mean, bring it up, right?
Yeah.
And if that is your friend, that friend is not gonna continue to do those things or whatever if they know that it makes you feel that uncomfortable or that you feel that strongly about it, you know?
Yeah.
So respect and allow that person to really be them, you know, and be for real.
Yeah, be a real friend.
Be a real friend. Like, be honest about your life. Be honest about who you are when you show up.
Because if you're not honest, then that's not, like, you shouldn't have a friend that, I mean, not shouldn't, because we do, everybody got one that's like, I know. But you want somebody to tell you what's going on. Let me know. I get it. Because I got a best friend. So
I don't want to have to fish for information. I mean, if you want to talk about it, talk about it. But if you don't, okay. But don't be sad about stuff or, you know, like if I call you and you're like, oh, I don't want to talk. Okay, well, I mean, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But we going to talk later?
I don't think that's ever happened between us, though. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've called you, you was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Or you called me.
Because you know I need to get this shit off my chest.
So I think that's one of it. That's not something that we do. Like, I think even if Trish calls me and if she may hear something in my voice, she's like, you good? You all right? Then she'll, it may take me, it won't even really take me a minute, but I'll have to kind of get it and I'll say, well, blah, 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 blah. And so I think us not putting, we don't have stipulations. I don't think there's stipulations on our relationship at all. I think we are who we are. And again, I think like right now where I'm at in my life, and we talk about this all the time, how being in a different space and being in a different headspace, what's important to us. What used to be important when we were 25 or even 35 is not important to us anymore. Family is very important. Having a really good girlfriend is really important.
That's very important.
You just don't, man. And then I have seen, like, I am so proud of my friend. I don't know if I ever told you that. But
or what?
I am. I'm just proud of her. I'm proud of
what I do.
Don't start crying. I don't want to be crying like that. You know, I don't really be crying like that.
She had this idea of starting this podcast.
Oh, you're going to make me cry. Okay.
And she brought it to fruition.
Like, she would talk about it. And I think she shared it with some people. And some people weren't all gung-ho about it. And I'll be honest, I wasn't gung-ho about it, but I was very supportive. And like I've just seen her turn into this different person. And she's a great mother.
Aww.
A great wife. A great sister. A great daughter. She loves her family. She's a hell of a friend. And I know that if I needed anything, it can be 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even have to say anything. If I called her, she'll say, I'm on my way.
Oh, that's for sure.
And I won't even have to say, if I just say, Trish. And the great part about it, that is Derek coming with her. No, really. And I think that's important too, because I've known Derek.
Yeah.
And so I'm so proud of where they are. And like I tease her now, like,
girl, you know I work for this shit. I work for this hard.
They go to Fry's and look at the microwave.
Like, what you doing? Girl, we at Walmart.
The other day they were at Star Nursery picking out plants. And so that's what's very important to me. I wouldn't have to say anything. I would, if I called her, she would say I'm on my way. And then she would get there and then we'd figure out later. She's a fixer. She's a fixer.
You're a fixer?
Oh, I have to fix the problem. There's a problem. It's got to be fixed.
So I am. I'm just proud of the woman that she is, and she's very professional. Although her pouty mouth wouldn't.
I am working on using it.
How often?
No. I'm not going to say I'm working on not.
Okay.
Using, because I've tried it before. I've literally tried to stop using profanity, and it's very hard. It literally is a part of me. If you knew my mom,
You know,
Joanne,
you know, I know.
her mama is just like.
so I learned from the best.
I got it both ways. So
Yeah. Well, no, my dad doesn't. He doesn't use the words at all.
My daddy used to cuss.
That's how I know both sides. I know how to articulate myself without using the words, but it's just more fun.
Feels like it put his emphasis on it.
It's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I am proud of you as well. It took you a minute to have a kid. I'm like, damn, you got a kid. So my oldest can babysit her youngest if need be, you know. But great mother. Watching you with her is amazing. And you know what I'm loving about you raising Ava is that you're learning so much about you.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yes.
Stuff that drove me crazy. Like, she's very nonchalant. That pisses me though. I'm like, what the? Okay, whatever. But I let her be that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll say something about, well, what do you think about that? Oh, I don't care. Oh. Okay.
And then I have to come back to it though. And so really, that's one of the keys though. That's one of the keys because I am nonchalant, and I've been told that, and she knows that, so she lets me be.
Yeah.
So I come back to it. Like and exactly. You may ask me something like, oh, I guess I don't know. But then I'll come back to it, and so that's a trait of an Aquarius.
Okay. And I've read everything that I've read. Like, our signs don't mix.
I know.
I've read that, and I'm like, how in the hell did we make it? I don't know.
I don't believe that sometimes because I get like I'm a Gemini.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
I know, right?
No.
You got to be a June one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I get it a lot. Like me and my best friend's a Leo, so we, they say Leos are supposed to be like boisterous, So we both would have strong personalities, but she way more. I'm the gonna say whatever I gotta say.
Yeah,
she more chill, but everybody be like, "How are y'all friends?" Because we friends. Like, that's just what it is. And when you've known somebody since like the second grade, you just know them. And people used to be like, "Why your friend act like that?" I'd be like, "Not too much. This ain't what y'all want." Cause
don't cross the line.
Yeah, it's a line. So that has, like, she my sister.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think there's a balance for us.
Yeah.
Like, I think one time you said, we think the same, it's just how we present it. People may think that it's going to be her that's going to be vocal about it, but I'm just going to go about it in a different way. And so that's our balance. Because people probably like, how they friends? Well, I don't know if people have ever questioned that, how we are friends.
I think people think that we're just alike, but we're really not. Yeah. We're very different. But
we're very different.
Well, we are, but that's the beauty of it. That's
the best part of having a best friend.
It's the best part.
It really is.
So, yeah, I'm proud of her as well. Your career, you love your career. Your mother, you're a great mother, and I would say a wonderful oldest sister because I think all your siblings can depend on you if they need you. At any time, 3:00 in the morning, you're gonna be there. I've actually put. I know. I know.
I'd be like, girl, no.
Don't answer the damn phone.
This is her. Yeah. I'd be like, no, don't do that.
I'd be like, do not do that. You're not doing that. I'd be like, you too nice. Like,
she is nice, but I think she does it.
I don't
her
necessarily think it's just her being nice. I think it's more of like the protective mom. I want to protect them. So
I've actually called her 3:00 in the morning before.
You don't want to know
and
why.
She came through.
She came through.
God is good.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yes.
Oh, joking.
Yes. So, and I do have this memory though of we were in high school and we used to just do stuff
for no reason.
And she was dating Derek, and we went to his mom's house.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, we had to be, either we were juniors or seniors in high school. And she knocked on the door.
juniors.
And I'm riding with her. I'm the fool. I'm like, and I think about it, I'm like, why would I get in the car with her? She did have
you guys ditching?
Nope, we wasn't ditching.
It was at night. I stole my mama's car.
She didn't have a driver's license, but I'm in the car with her.
I needed to get over there.
Okay.
Because he wasn't answering. She knocked on the door. Cut answered it. And she was like, where Derek? And Cut was like, he's not here. Trish pushed the door open. I was like,
this is mama.
What are you doing? And I'm just standing there like a fool.
I saw the light on in his room. The TV was on in the room, and then I had seen a pink shirt.
And that's what set it
I
off.
know he wear no pink shirt.
And I'm just thinking, how you gonna just push through this lady's house like that? But she was like, I needed to get over there. So, like, we would do stuff just, when I think about it, I'm like, how did we make it out of high school?
We should have definitely been in the juvenile.
Absolutely.
If it was like this day and age, y'all probably would have been
But
in the juvenile system.
we were good, but not.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loved us. The principal of the school loved us. We played sports, so we were on like the basketball team. Like, we were good kids, but we were very mischievous. Very.
And that's what you.
But I would have to do my tests, like, or my work before I go to the teacher.
Okay.
Y'all pick me up at about 11:30 because I got to do this test in third period, and then I'll go to the party. And I used to have to buy the stuff because I looked more mature.
So that's the other thing. She had all AP classes in high school.
Oh, you did?
She had
I was like a cool nerd.
Yeah,
Okay,
cool. She had all AP classes, and she was good about doing her homework. But on the flip side, like,
who is this person?
Who is this?
Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
That's a Scorpio.
So
cool.
So this was fun.
I know.
Going down
we'll
memory
have to
lane.
do this again.
Did you learn anything about us?
I knew y'all was crazy. I always remember, like, I never forget y'all. I remember we used to work at Miller's Outpost. I remember when y'all went to, like, did y'all go to S.H.E? It was something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just remember, and I remember y'all had the haircut on the side.
Symmetrical haircut.
Yeah, I remember all of that. Like, I remember y'all group. I was like, oh, they dope. 'Cause like, and then she always be like, how do y'all know these songs? Because you
listen to them.
Like, remember when we went to the New Edition concert? He was like, how do y'all know these? It was like, her. Like, this is where we get this from. So, yeah, I remember all of that.
Yeah. I think everybody wanted to be in our group, too.
Everybody wants to be in our group.
They did.
But they couldn't be.
Yeah. So we was only a select few.
They had to, what was the process? How did
I don't
they
know.
get
We had a
initiated?
process, but
Wasn't
it
a
was
process.
just. Well, the majority of us played basketball together. And I mean, even because we were the class of 92, even the class of 91 hated us because, like, we would go to the football games and we was like, what's up?
Turn heads.
What's up? We have our shirts on. And
Y'all know.
We had shirts made.
Yeah,
I know. I remember. I remember this stuff. Like,
yes. Those are good times. Those were good times because we were innocent in a sense. We were innocent.
remember you had the little box car. It was like a burgundy. What was it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
My first car?
Yeah.
That was a oh, wait.
Not the red one. I had the red sports car, but my first car was an Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
1984.
Was it like burgundy?
Yep.
What kind of car was it, though?
A Forenza.
Forenza, yeah.
What was your first car? Do you
Chevy
remember?
Chevette.
Ooh.
What? Shay. We drove Shay to California, no air, in the summertime.
Me and her.
Who does that?
Who does that? It's too hot for that.
Yeah. We've taken a whole bunch of trips.
Yeah.
We've taken a whole bunch of trips. Yeah.
Shay.
Shay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this was fun. This was
Yeah, back down memory lane. Hey.
But if you don't have a friend, you are definitely missing out.
You are missing out.
Yeah, missing out.
You need that friend.
Yeah.
And if you do have a friend and your relationship isn't quite where you want it to be, express that. Hey, look, I'm looking for this. And if that person can provide that, great. If that person can't, you might want to find some, a group of people or a person or something that you can be your authentic self with, because it's priceless.
It is. What you always say, friendships are like bank accounts.
Yeah, they
Whatever
are.
you put in is what you get out. Like,
I always say that. Yeah, it's very true.
it is, because if you don't find people that want to like give into you can't always be the person like dependent
those
upon,
die.
Those die really fast. And then you're like, I need you. Sometimes you just need a sounding board. You just want I just want you to listen. That's it. I don't want, you don't have to say nothing. I just need you to hear me out. Everybody needs that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you, after my senior season, I already have an idea, so it might involve you.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. At first, I was like, are you sure? I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing.
No, you're perfect.
Okay.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, no, really. There's a thing.
Yeah, she has a personality. She has that personality.
So you're good.
I'm good.
So, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the finale of season 2. You got a little bit, a glimpse of me in this, which I rarely do. But I am working on being more transparent with who I am, and can't wait for season 3, senior season, talking to senior citizens. If you want to be on the show, or if you know somebody that's 65 and up that wants to be on the show, email me at piecesofshe@hotmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram at pieces.of.she. Twitter, piecesofshe1. I go on there sometimes. Or you can go on www.digitalvegas.tv, search, do Watch Now, click on my channel, Pieces of She, and you can see all the shows that have been on here. Or you can actually call the studio, got the number, 702-625-5070. And then we can set it up, and I'd love to have you on the show. Thank you.
Bye.